With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 91. Get that quarterback. And 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, wahoo. Hit it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's not going to get me. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Harden, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they've made it pay off.
This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tackle.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
Snap comes at 1. Manning. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing is Manning. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the double.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on it, and he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Get it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
On 1st down, Dickerson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Manning. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, lock it.
Here's Franco Harris. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Into the red zone now. Manning finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On the ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Hey, alert 3. H3. 218, chop.
Check safety.
Deep dribble.
On 2nd down now, Dickerson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
50, play.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Go.
On 3rd down, Dickerson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw here. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now a play fake here on first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, nice 7.
2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd down, Dickerson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down.
50, plant.
Here we go again.
5.
54, right there. 54, 5.
On the go.
Shotgun now for Manning. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Ready? Hold. Ready?
And now a carry here for their fullback. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
I got you. Check.
They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ready. Hands over.
All day.
Defense.
And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Down. 18 Gator. 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call. But
Manning intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Check 55 to mine. Hey, defense, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Steeler legend, Mel Blount. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about. But as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And an Allen to run. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
18 Gator. 54. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Green. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here's Manning to throw, and he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched this.